Hi, Rob Grimes at CES, and I'm here with Art Stavenka of Kino-Mo, and they have a product called Hypervision. Now, we are actually in the startup area, although he's been testing this for 4 to 6 months.
In London.
In London, and in bars and restaurants and casinos.
You name it.
You name it, but is that what you actually started out to do?
Yes, we've tested it in London, but also we have the product on trials in 29 countries, and many top brands from Red Bull to Unilever were using it on their projects.
Right. Now, you want to describe what the product actually does?
I'd be happy to. So we call it the new holograms.
Okay.
It's not technically holograms, but people perceive it as holograms. So we don't really object, because it creates the atmosphere of the images floating in the air. Basically, this is a communication channel. It's for retailers, for events. It's the way to communicate with visitors.
And actually, if you don't see the projector, it's the projector behind you. You don't really see it. It's
That's
really just
exactly
right out
what
in
it
front
does.
of you, right?
That's-
Does it matter about the light in the room?
No,
I mean, we're in bright light here.
Exactly. So it doesn't really matter that much. It's just for indoor use, not for outdoor.
Right.
And as soon as you are indoor, you're perfectly fine.
Okay. Now, when people have been using this, because I noticed before you had some talking heads and things up there.
Yeah.
You had Mark Cuban up there. You actually compare that with a speaker and actually have sound coming out
Correct.
as well. And is that how it is done? Is there usually sound associated with it?
You can have just a normal speakers, and then you can synchronize the video and the sound. So you have a perfect, full communication thing.
There we go. We have a Happy Meal up there.
Yeah.
Well, not exactly a Happy Meal, right?
Not exactly
We had a trademark issue there, but we've got the burgers showing up there, and you can see how clear that is. And you can imagine sort of a replacement for a digital signage and menu board. You know, down the future, instead of doing the digital signage, which you can have as a flat screen, you actually can go ahead and put this throughout and show how something's done.
That's absolutely correct.
So how easy is it to go ahead and make the graphics? Do you just sort of film something, or how do you do that? You have a graphic designer?
It's quite easy for you. So you can prepare the content in any standard video format under some requirements that we provide, or our designers can work on your brief. But the conversion from what you prepared to the format required for that is our thing.
Right.
We just convert it with a bit of our secret sauce.
With your secret sauce, very good. And what's the cost price point of something like
It
this?
depends on the quantities. And
Well, obviously, right?
yes, so we say it's from $1,000 to $3,000.
Right, and it's really highly portable. It just
It's
clips.
highly portable.
It just clips, so you actually can move it around, right?
Exactly.
So if you were running, and you said it works outside, right?
This version, it can work outside, but it's designed to be working just
Right, because
inside.
in the sunlight it would be sort
Yes.
of hard to see, right?
Yeah.
But if you think about it, with the amount of portable carts and trucks and things like that, pop-up restaurants and things, you really have pop-up digital signage
That's
without the expense, right?
That's
of having
what it
to go
is.
ahead and breakage too.
Yeah.
You know, that's there. So what's the coolest thing that somebody has done during the trials? Like, what thing did somebody come up with that surprised you?
The coolest thing for us is the crowds like you see now at every single device that we've been testing. The people's reactions, the high impact the device provides, that's the biggest award that we can have. And retailers, brands, they don't need anything else.
Right.
They want people to be attracted.
Right. Now, how big can this go?
This is the middle size, and
Right.
we already have a bigger one and a smaller one. Each one is 33% bigger and 33% smaller than this one.
So you almost could have a full body standing up if you really wanted to. It would take a sort of a big fan, right?
Almost, maybe a small body, but yeah.
Right, a small body in there.
Yeah.
So what do you think the prospects are going forward?
Well, everyone wants holograms. Holograms have been desired for many, many
But
years.
very expensive.
Exactly, and
Right.
we are not. So
You're
that's why, and how we're going to conquer the world with that.
But the idea, of course, and I was looking at your tablet here as well, the idea is that you actually can visually show something.
You can
In
show
there.
anything you want in a holographic style, floating in the air.
Do you ever envision a time where the consumer themselves would have these types of devices and actually be able to display things themselves in their house or something like that?
I have every reason to believe that this future is not so distant.
Right, because you know, if you start thinking about it on the commercial side, you know, the follow-on kind is to actually have it jump out at you. Now, people have tried that for a few years. They tried to do the 3D screens and things, but those
Exactly.
are expensive.
And they didn't
don't
work properly.
Right, they didn't work, and the light was a problem. So
Yeah.
this, there you go. So this clearly, you know, takes care of that, you know, particular issue. So
Exactly.
Well, listen, I wish you a lot of luck. Get to London a lot, so I'm going to come take a look at how you're doing it in the food and beverage, and really appreciate your time with us.
Look
This was
forward.
Great, thank you.
Thank you.
Rob Grimes for the IFBTA. and we've been covering some really great virtual reality signage.